We walk around with them bands and I breach it. I'm dropping hit after hit, I'm just chilling, but I chill with my children. The bigger the business, the bigger the office. I found and found me a shred and I called up, they call for my artists, they making me offers. I don't even bargain, I start from the bottom. I lost a Ferrari, Las Vegas, Nevada. I woke up the following day and went harder. I'm cracking my shit, now they see that I'm smarter. I gotta get money, I love to get charter. I gave them 4 burgers at once for a startup. I can't let them down, walk around with my guard. I'm screaming out YOLO, yeah, that's still the motto. I know I be on some they ain't thought of. Sins, I got sins on my mind and some M's. Got a lot of...
It's Friday night and live on $2K Sports. We're going to bring you the NBA and all its excitement. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining us tonight, Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. And reporting from the sidelines, our very own David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Well, thanks very much, guys. Now, it's no secret at the end of quarters, players will wait until just after the buzzer sounds to fire up heaves, so they won't hurt their field goal percentage. To encourage a nothing-to-lose approach on these plays, many say it's past time that the league only counts the makes in those situations. Kevin, it's kind of interesting.
Yeah, it is. Do it. Thanks, DA. Well, we know the players enjoy the rest they get during All-Star Weekend. But, Greg, you think it should be moved till later in the season?
I like how the current format splits up the season, but it seems more fair to hold an all-star towards the end of the season so that voters get a more complete look at each player.
So let's take a look at the Charlotte starting lineup. Holmgren is out there with Smith. Then it's R.J. Barrett. Then there's Brown, and it's Lewis in at the point. And for the Spurs, they've got Jason Tatum. Johnson is out there with Warren. Then there's Pirtle, and it's Ntilikina in at the point guard position.
And that's a quick foul for him there. It looks like the refs are going to call this one pretty close.
Here's Holmgren. A new 14 for Charlotte. Johnson against Barrett. 6 to shoot. Smith sets the pick for Barrett. And he's good on the 3-ball. Barrett's got the first 3 points tonight for the Hornets.
Well, you have to understand, spacing is provided when you can make threes. R.J. Barrett delivers.
Down low. Here's Pirtle. No good that time. And Charlotte will go the other way with it. It ended in the bubble, but how about the Spurs playoff streak? 22 consecutive seasons, Greg, coming to an end.
Kevin, making it every year from 1998 to 2019, winning 5 titles over that span, and having the same head coach certainly helped that streak. So did having, though, a couple Hall of Fame.
Lewis on the way. Lets it go with the 3. The rebound by the Spurs. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Johnson surveying the floor. Pirtle inside. Covered by Smith. Shot up 2 there.
Boy, getting his points the hard way. Jakob has to absorb contact and able to use his strength there.
Lewis passes to Smith. Now here's Holmgren. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it.
That looks like a lack of focus. You've got to question what he was trying to accomplish there.
The Spurs have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Tatum against Brown. Knocks it loose. It's taken away by Smith. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And with the pace of today's game, transition defense is at a premium.
I don't think anyone was catching him on that play. That is unbelievable.
And that outstanding drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
And it's finishes like that which have helped them build this lead here in the first half.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Tatum finds Johnson. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Jabari Smith picks one up. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Charlotte.
They have started this game looking to push the tempo, and it's working for them. Great job of scoring in transition.
Yeah, they've also been alert and active on the defensive end, creating turnovers and turning those into points on the offensive end.
Lewis gets the bucket.
Well, efficiency is everything, right? So far in this one, this guy has been on the money.
Barrett against Warren, and it's Warren with the jam.
I tell you what, he is one guy you do not stand in the way of when he decides to attack the basket.
Lewis dishes to Smith. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. The pass to Barrett. Smith with a screen on Johnson. Barrett, no good. Spurs trail by 7.
And you look at Jakob Poeltl, great touch and presence inside the paint. Can get you with a move or just power his way to the hoop.
Here's Smith. And the layup falls. Smith's got 6.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
And now the first timeout called here for the Spurs. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Parker's checked in for Warren. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Jakob Poeltl. Bembry's checked in for Jason Tatum. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Ntilikina. And Greg Poeltl has so many options to score inside.
And that's why he's such an efficient scorer, Kevin. Very composed at the rim. Doesn't need a lot of time to get his shot off inside.
Parker with the steal. Johnson kicks to Parker. Pass to Finney-Smith. Johnson against Zubac. Got a piece of it, and he gets it back. Passes it to Finney-Smith. And it's Joseph in the corner. 5 to shoot. It's hauled in by Zubac.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
Jovic passes to Holmgren. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Well, you set the tempo early, and when you get command and control of a game, it's perfect.
Again, the miss by the Spurs.
Listen, simply put, he's got to finish that. It's not like the defender was right on top of him.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and the dunk by Zubac.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
And the Spurs making a change here. Baldwin's checked in. And so it's San Antonio with it. It's a 14-point game to the inside. Will it go? Oh, that's blocked. And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. Here's Finney-Smith.
Yeah, really like the defensive focus and intensity at the start.
Jovic passes to Payne. Payne with a screen for Holmgren. And it's off from three-point range. And so it's Baldwin with it. He brings it up for San Antonio. They trail by 14. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Now, Parker has the ability to keep defenders off balance by mixing speeds. Nice job there.
The Spurs shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
Now, here's Sharp. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. To the wing right side. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Payne in the post. Joseph on him. And the dunk by Zubac.
Building up a big early lead. They have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
And so it's Charlotte with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And the Hornets have been rolling right along, haven't they?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
And why wouldn't they? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
So on the floor for Charlotte to start this second quarter. Brown out there with Smith. Then it's Sharp. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Lewis in at the 1.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Pass to Carson. Puts up a 3. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Lewis. He has 5. And you talk to the great ball handlers, and they say, Greg, that footwork is an underappreciated aspect of it. Why is that?
It's like a dance. You're eluding the defender mostly with your feet. The ball handling part is just making sure the ball comes along for the ride.
Here's Baldwin. That one misses. And the Hornets now going the other way. Smith outside. Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac.
There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
Here's Warren. That one's not going to go. Smith with the defensive effort. He kicks to Lewis. Six on the shot clock. Right wing, three-pointer. And they recover it. To the paint, shot clock at 3. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. The Hornets shooting their first free throws of the game. First free throw is good. Some changes here for the Spurs. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Bolton. Jason Tatum comes in for Warren. And it's Brown in for Carson. That's checked in for the Hornets. And Jabari Smith, of course, with deep family ties, Greg, to the NBA.
His dad being the OG Jabari. All these guys are in that 6'10", 6'11 range. So great bloodlines.
Lewis outside. Brown against Barrett. Clock at 6. Good. Nice job down low. Barrett's got 5.
This is a relentless scorer who is unafraid to work on the inside. In the paint, RJ making his presence felt.
Here's Poeltl. And the rejection by Smith.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Barrett the pass to Zubac. No one near Smith as he lets it go. And the 3 off target.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Knocked loose. It's stolen by Smith.
Are you serious?
The feed to Brown. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Tatum. So Charlotte calls timeout. They're first.
Timeout, Charlotte. Wow, let's hear another round of applause for your Spurs High Squad dance team. Come on.
Some changes here for the Spurs. Jabari Parker's checked in for Troy Brown. Carson comes in for Hammonds. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Frank Ntilikina. The Hornets also changing it up. Holmgren comes in for Ivica Zubac. And Cameron Payne subbed in for Lewis.
Well, the advantage they have right now is largely based on his play. What an outstanding night.
Parker inside, covered by Smith. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, Jabari Parker is a natural-born scorer. He understands how to make the defense commit the foul.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2.
And growing up around basketball, R.J. Barrett's dad played a bunch of places. R.J. spending a lot of his childhood in France.
For 3, Barrett. San Antonio with the rebound. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks very much, Kevin. Not that long ago, of course, the analytical team shot way more three-pointers, and they found a temporary edge. But now every team shoots a lot of threes, and it's more about personnel. When it's a superstar shooting the ball, that mid-range jumper can be very efficient. Guys?
And DA, we see it all the time. Brandon Ingram with the New Orleans Pelicans. KD. The 2 players in Phoenix with Chris Paul and Devin Booker. DeRozan in Chicago. They'll hit those all day long. David, thank you. Greg, you know this. One of R.J. Barrett's dad's best friends, former MVP Steve Nash.
Yeah, and Nash is R.J.'s godfather, no less. So Barrett's had a chance to kind of soak in the game his entire life, and you can see that in his intelligent play on the floor.
Lets it fly. Rebound by Parker. And it's Parker with the ball, bringing it up for the Spurs. Tatum dishes to Joseph to the left side wing. Carson, no good.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Barrett the pass to Payne. And here is Holmgren. Beyond the arc. And Pirtle pulls it down. Tatum finds Pirtle. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
Well, with big hands and nice touch, Pirtle knows how to finish in the post. This guy has a lot in his arsenal.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. The pass to Brown. And the rejection by Tatum.
Probably the most underrated aspect of Jason Tatum's game is his defense. Size, length, strength, you name it, sends that one back.
Here's Brown. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Hornets on top. All right, David, thank you. We'll be...
And for that game against the Pelicans.
And now, looking back on that first half, things were real. And that about wraps it up.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You've got to like what Ivica Zubac has done in this game.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. They've got Warren. Hammonds is out there with Ntilikina. Then it's Troy Brown. And it's Pirtle in at the center position. That's the San Antonio foul. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
And Jaylen Brown is such a force on the offensive end. Hard to keep that guy out of the paint. Terrific finisher at the rim.
And maybe the only weakness for Brown is his handle on the ball.
And it's something that he's worked on every offseason. Still, though, susceptible to turnovers while dribbling. That's one of the very few weaknesses in his game.
Baldwin, he's checked in for the Spurs.
How exciting is Jaylen Brown as a basketball player? This guy is a skilled forward who loves showing off that ability to dunk the basketball.
Here's Brown, and it's blocked, and he keeps control of the ball.
they've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Offensive rebound, Holmgren. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
And to me, this is a common theme that's running through the league right now. Guys looking to leak out rather than box out.
Hammonds passes to Ntilikina. And he banks in the layup. Ntilikina's got his first bucket of the night.
Ntilikina's reach and athleticism is absolutely a factor inside. He can score it in there, make no mistake.
Here's Smith. Rebound, San Antonio.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Drops in the layup for two. Ntilikina's got his second bucket.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line.
At the line for the Hornets.
The first free throw is good. Sharps checked in for the Hornets. And good on the second, so he makes them both. For San Antonio, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. And the call will be against Jabari Smith. And that'll be his third foul so far. The leadership of the NBA Players Association, Greg, has said they support expansion. And 2 cities, which seem to be the leading candidates, Seattle and Las Vegas. What do you think?
Yeah, well, I love both. Had the good fortune of playing in both cities, and I'd love to see a team in my hometown. But bottom line, more teams means more jobs, and that's the sentiment I think most can get behind.
Smith against Warren. Pass to Holmgren. Puts it up from 17. That one wide left.
Well, it hasn't been the most efficient game for this guy, but their team is fortunate to still be out in front.
Here's Ntilikina. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Ntilikina's got 8 points.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That was a second look at our Mobile One drive. Amazing control on display.
And the awareness of his footwork and body on that drive. Wow.
Lewis outside. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Holmgren's got 7 points for the quarter.
And he is starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Johnson's checked in for Baldwin. Jabari Parker comes in for Warren. Tatum, he's checked in for Troy Brown. And it's Joseph in for Ntilikina. The Hornets also with a sub. Zubac is checked in for Smith. Here's Hammonds. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Pass to Lewis. Holmgren sets the screen for Lewis. Kicks it to Holmgren. Johnson with the block. Tatum on the wing. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Here's Hammonds. The rebound by Sharp.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
Wasted no time on that one. 12 points for him.
Slow rotation there defensively, and he gets a wide open look from mid-range.
And I'll tell you, you look up at the scoreboard, that's correct. They have a big lead for a reason.
A nice shot by Tatum.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Pass to Holmgren. The dish now to Barrett. He kicks to Holmgren. The rebound by Johnson. Spurs trail by 21. There's 1:38 left here in the third quarter. Here's Hammonds. To the wing on the left. Feeds it to Johnson. It's stolen by Barrett. And here we go. Holmgren heading to the hoop. And the dunk by Holmgren.
Engaged, active, and great instincts. RJ doing things on the defensive end and turning it into offense.
Here's Hammonds. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Shaedon Sharpe picks one up.
Wow, he got whacked on that, which shouldn't be much debate there.
And the Spurs with some changes. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Johnson. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Parker. And it's Carson in for Corey Joseph. Payne kicks to Zubac. Zubac a screen on Tatum. Brown, good.
Well, this is where having a tighter handle helps Jaylen Brown in pick and roll play. Just gets to his spot and scores it.
Here's Hammonds. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Hammonds got 6 points in the quarter.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
The pass to Jovic. Now here's Payne. Screen by Zubac. Payne passes to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Here's Finney-Smith. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Brown's got 4 rebounds in this game. 17 seconds left to play in the third. Fades. Zubac, the tip in on the offensive rebound. Zubac has got 13 points. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. It's Charlotte running away with this one. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. So with Smith sitting on the bench, this is who Steve Clifford has out there. Cameron Payne is out there with Christie. And it's Wade in at the 4 slot. Now Payne. Greg, we're seeing more fines recently for the language that players use with the media. Is that a concern?
I don't think it should be a concern, and I'm not kidding. The league's going to have standards of decorum. You're on TV. You got to keep it together. However, I think that as a society, we're a little more tolerant of certain words that are used in public.
So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Baldwin. Warren comes in for Jabari Parker. Johnson's checked in for Troy Brown. And Frank Ntilikina's subbed in for Carson. Pass to Bembry. Here's Warren. Barrett covering. Corey Joseph's checked in for Frank Ntilikina. And the Hornets making a change here.
Substitution on the court.
To the middle. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Hornets.
And they're playing beautiful basketball right now, racking up the assists by playing so unselfishly, just finding the open man.
Second chance points have also been a big part of what's happened in this game. Crashing the boards with authority, turning those opportunities into second chance points. Boy, big time on the offensive glass.
Just 5 to shoot. Barrett inside the 3-point line.
This is the court awareness that gives you great hope for R.J. Barrett. He's a scorer, but if he can complement that with passing, look out, folks.
Outside Warren. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Isn't it great? The NBA is becoming a global product. As more games are scheduled overseas, Doris, any locations you'd like to go to call a game? Maybe you and I could do a game in the Bahamas. How does that sound?
I love it, Kevin. If they're tipping it up, I'd love to be there. And think about it, beyond the travel and the opportunity to see the world, the opportunity to expose new fans to this game that we love so much, certainly not something to take lightly.
Passes to Warren. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And after an abysmal first half from the field, the shots now starting to fall.
He's covered by Warren. Here's Smith. And it's Smith finishing it off.
Goodness, the tomahawk one-hand slam.
Oh, it shows you how much strength he has. Here's Bembry. Barrett covering. Bembry kicks to Joseph. Plays it up and banks it in.
Corey Joseph does not lack for confidence on the interior. Don't let the size fool you. The frame, the game, it's all there.
Charlotte calls timeout. Present our New Balance player of the game, Chet Holmgren.
And the D tried to get physical with him down low tonight, and it really backfired. Instead, he's just tore them up. He was aggressive, inviting the contact, and really just taking it straight to him.
After 2 straight losses, they switched it up a bit tonight, giving him a much bigger role, and it's worked out even better than they could have hoped for. Barrett, wide open, he fires. Here's Holmgren. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
All the officials are all over that one.
Second team.
And he makes the first. Well, Greg, analysts evaluate player performances on the floor, and sometimes we've seen the players fire back. They're not happy with the criticism.
You know, it's a risk you take, but if you treat everyone with kid gloves, you're really not doing your job. The audience expects a level of honesty, and quite frankly, players don't mind you criticizing their game. It's when those critiques become personal.
Pass to Smith. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. And the pass to Sharp. He dishes it to Barrett, and that's a foul. It's called on Troy Brown. That's his first foul.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
And looking at that replay again, just a big-time block right there.
And that has got to help the morale of this team. Let's see if that sets up a run here.
Lewis passes to Sharp. Screen by Smith. The Hornets need to get a shot off here. And again, the Hornets missing.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Warren against Smith. Warren, good.
A sliver of room. That's all he needed to get to the bucket. Nice aggressive move, slipping and sliding his way through.
Now, here's Holmgren. He's covered closely. And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys, so that's a free basket right there.
just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block. And clearly you can hear what the crowd thinks about that call.
And the basket is good. Ntilikina's got 12 points here in the second half.
Well, that takes tremendous body control from Frank Ntilikina. Even with a physical defensive player, he stays composed.
Holmgren the pass to Zubac. And it's out of bounds to the Hornets as Charlotte retains possession.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Hornets.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Chet Holmgren.
They simply can't stop him right now. This guy playing with passion and focus.
First personal foul. 14 foul.
And he can't get the first one.
Well, what I like about Corey Joseph is this guy will give you a little bit of everything. Perhaps most importantly, guys, you know he's going to play consistently good defense.
Hornets have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. Inside. And the dunk by Zubac.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
Here's Brown. Count that one.
Well, this is what they needed earlier on. At some point, it's too little, too late.
Yeah, but then again, this run came against a team that may have felt it had already won, and you get the sense it let its guard down.
Payne with it. He's picked up by Parker. Here's Zubac. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Well, they knew it would be a hostile environment, and they rose to the challenge.
And sometimes when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight.
And here is Holmgren. Payne kicks to Holmgren. And so it's the Hornets taking care of business in this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care.
Oh, say does that stop?
And at this point, we're just about halfway through the season.
Here we go.
Some teams, Clark, playing great basketball right now.
And the real challenge is to maintain that if you're one of those teams, to continue to play at a high level, to continue to trust and put in the work to perform.
Here's the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. Kelly Oubre out there with Jackson. Then there's Davis. Then there's Ivy. And it's Fultz in at the 1. Now here's Poeltl. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Yeah, I like the feel Ntilikina showed there. I mean, nice sense of where he was and what was available.
Pass to Jackson. Outside Oubre. Shot clock at 6. Davis with a screen on Tatum. And here's Oubre from the arc. The Bucks rebound. Kicks it out to Jackson. Fires the 3. That won't go. Misses his first shot of the game. On offense, here is San Antonio. Tatum inside. He's covered by Oubre. They grab their own miss.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
Outside Fultz. Jackson on the wing. Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And that streaking rack attack is the Mobile One drive.
Aggressive take there to get inside. They're looking to make things happen to try and take control of this game.
Ivy. It's not going to go for him. San Antonio goes the other way with it. Well, Grant Ivy gets a lot of attention for his scoring, but he can also lock you down at the other end.
Oh, yes, he can, B.A. He's big, active, and athletic, too. A strong on-ball defender as well. He'll also jump passing lanes, causing deflections. He looks to flip turnovers into points.
And the Bucks with the possession here, following the bucket by the Spurs.
Well, you describe AD's games and you start running out of superlatives. I mean, when this guy is healthy, he dominates in a different fashion, but in similar ways to Tim Duncan.
Here's Hammonds, pass to Pirtle, and the foul on Anthony Davis. That's his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Here's Tatum, and he battles for the ball, gets the second chance bucket.
Outstanding work on the glass by Tatum, and quickly he turns the rebound into points.
Outside Fultz. Pass to Ivy. And here's Oubre. The 3-ball. Gets the 3-ball to go.
Hey, good to get him going right away. I mean, those are the shots that really boost confidence.
Perhaps he's set for a big night. I mean, he can be a difference maker for him when he's on his game.
In transition, here come the Bucks. Here's Ivy. The rebound by the Spurs. Left side Tatum. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Misses in close.
So far this quarter, he's been out of sync and might be pressing right now.
Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Personal foul. First team foul. Shooting for Milwaukee. Ivy taking 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. A line change here for San Antonio. And so he hits both. The Spurs have gone 3 of 6 from the floor. Here's Joseph, guarded by Morris. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into this first quarter. And that one's good.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
Here's Ivy, giving this team some energy, averaging a little over 10 points a game. Takes the 3. Can't get it. 0 for 3 in this one. San Antonio trailing here. Down low. And Parker throws it down.
Yeah, Joseph adept at finding his open teammates, and that's exactly what you want from your point guard.
1:43 left in the first quarter here. Pass to Jackson. Second chance shot, and it's good on the layup.
Second chance points are always painful. Have to make the effort to box out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating, I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
Here's Baldwin. Shoots over Jackson. The bank shot, no good. Milwaukee has gone 1 of 4 from deep. Here's Ivy. Morris outside. Pass to Ivy. Clock at 6. Williams from long range. He buries it from 3.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Here's Baldwin, defended by Jackson with the 7-footer. Count it.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
Jackson on the wing. To the right side. 32 seconds left in the first quarter. Williams from long range. Rebounded by the Spurs.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
Goes up from the block. Tried to bank it in, but it misses.
Boy, you've really got to put those away, especially against soft interior defense.
Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
And Milwaukee has possession. Pass to Kispert. The kick out to Williams.
Oh, at the buzzer! Wow! I didn't think he was going to get it off in time. Oh, wow.
And that does it for the first quarter. The Bucks on top, up 5. And we'll be back in just a minute with the start of the second quarter. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Bucks.
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep. And they have been thus far.
One other thing they've done really well, moving the ball around. They've done a nice job not settling for that initial option and making that extra pass.
We've got Jason Tatum, Alize Johnson out there with Troy Brown. And it's Ntilikina in at the point. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with.
Tatum making a lot of noise with these points now. He's an impact player. Make no doubt about it. Capable of turning the game all alone.
Davis a screen. The baseline J. No good. A bit long that time. And for San Antonio, their shooting has been great this game. 58%. Tatum with it. Guarded now by Morris. And it's Tatum missing.
Boy, patrolling the paint well, protecting the rim. That's exactly the kind of defensive effort you need against him.
And Anthony Davis on the NBA's top 75 list. Grant, you think that was a controversial selection?
Well, I mean, it was mostly due to how young Davis still is. You can't argue with the all-NBA selection and numbers. And, of course, being a recent champion may have put him over the top.
Anytime he's in the paint, Davis has the advantage. Size and agility works in his favor.
Here's Ntilikina, guarded by Morris. Count the basket.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches. He used to say, that ain't going to get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
Beasley outside. Inside. Here's Davis. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot 1 more at the line. A different look for Milwaukee. Bouknight, he's checked in for Beasley. And it's Fultz in for Morris. That free throw good from Davis. And legacies are defined in the playoffs. Game to game, what's the measure of greatness for a star player in your mind, Grant?
Well, B.A., I think it's all about consistency. The great ones in this league historically bring it every night. They may have a bad game here or there, but for the most part, the energy, the effort, and the consistency is always there.
You know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Pass to Williams. Davis a screen. Here's Bouknight. Hurdle with some nice D.
I think he'll think twice about attempting that shot next time. The defense was right on top of him there.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Well, Jason Tatum added muscle to his frame and layers to his game, but still not satisfied. He said, quote, I just got to be better. I have to elevate my level from being one of the top 10 to 15 players to a top 5 player. I got to make everybody else around me better. Brian, still work to do.
And plenty of runway to do it, Allie. Thanks. Davis a screen. Oubre passes to Davis. Over Pirtle. And he can't bank that one in. For San Antonio, they've gotten 5 of 7 shots to go in the second. Here's Warren. Oh, no good. Had a chance to take the lead. The Bucks have gotten 2 of 5 shots to fall this second quarter. Williams passes to Fultz. Hurdle against Davis. To the paint. Here's Fultz. San Antonio with a rebound. And that'll be their only game on the road before heading back home. It's Warren on the wing. Pounded by Fultz. It's stolen by Oubre. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Pass to Davis. Williams with it. To the middle. Hurdle with the block.
And Pirtle deserves a lot of credit for his shot blocking ability. He's a dynamic and dynamite shot blocker.
That one drops for him.
Willing passers, unselfish play. You have to appreciate this kind of offense.
Davis against Pirtle. And Davis gets double teamed. Pass to Bouknight. Shot to end the cold streak. Can't get it to drop. San Antonio goes the other way with it. Here's Hammonds. Missed inside. The Bucks trail. There's 1:40 left in the first half. Outside Oubre. Outside Davis. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Fultz. From deep. That won't go for him. Now 0 for 2.
Maybe he thinks he has that type of range, but I don't think his coaches will agree.
Yeah, you know what? Sometimes guys have the green light to take that shot, but I don't think he's one of them.
The Spurs have gotten 6 of 10 shots to drop in the second. Nice work. Warren finds Pirtle. Here's Bembry. Pounded by Fultz. And Fultz pulls it down. Milwaukee has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
And, you know, when Fultz is healthy now, he's a valuable part of this rotation. We've seen him make big strides lately.
At the line for 2.
And he drops the first. And a new group getting ready for the Bucks. Jackson, he's checked in for Anthony Davis. Kispert comes in for Williams. Beasley's checked in for Oubre. And Ivy subbed in for Bouknight. Pass to Baldwin. Oh, stolen by Fultz. Here's the break. Here's Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
Really like the quick decision-making of Fultz. They're excellent at surveying the floor for the open teammate.
San Antonio trailing here. Outside Finney-Smith. Back to Joseph. Tipped. Now here's Fultz. The D's right on him. And here's Kispert from the arc. Can't get it to go. Missed his first one.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Well, plenty of give and take so far.
There's 6 lead changes already. Both teams came to play.
And so a close game as we... Thanks very much, Allie. And...
They're struggling to nail the shots right now. Selection is a big...
Next up, the power. Glad you could join us. Ryan...
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You gotta like what Anthony Davis has done in this game.
And in the first half, he dominated in the post. He got the looks he wanted and was able to execute.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
So on the floor for Milwaukee, they've got Ivy. Kelly Oubre out there with Jaren Jackson. Then there's Davis, and it's Fultz in at the point guard position. layup falls.
Much respect to Fultz for his attitude. Even when he gets bumped around, he stays with it. Superb body control.
And we just had to see that mobile one drive one more time. Great stuff.
Yeah, he made that drive look easy, but that had a high degree of difficulty.
Pass to Ivy. With the teardrop. The shot, no good. Poeltl with some nice D. And as solid as Poeltl is during the game, his free throws, Grant, can be an issue.
BA. It really limits his minutes during close games late. He's right around 50% for his career. He has decent form, so there is some hope for improvement.
Morris, he's checked in for the Bucks. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Pass to Ivy. Davis a screen. There's the drive. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down. Neither team has been able to assert its dominance over the other.
Yeah, the struggle is real tonight. 7 lead changes and still in the third quarter.
Here's Tatum. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
And Tatum does a little bit of everything, and he's especially skilled down low. Fantastic at drawing the defense into him and playing off the contact while he's going up for a shot.
Johnson, he's checked in for San Antonio. Williams is checked in for Milwaukee.
He's making the most of every trip to the line, providing for his team.
And he lobs it up top. And out of bounds. San Antonio will have it.
Yeah, a communication breakdown. 2 guys thinking in opposite directions. The pass winds up in the stands.
Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Here's Ntilikina, guarded by Morris. Soft touch off the glass.
And Ntilikina is skilled, really skilled at getting good position in the post. I mean, he uses his quick instincts and understanding of the positioning to score inside.
Morris finds Jackson. Now here's Morris. Warren with the rebound. Warren's got 4 rebounds now. Tatum inside. Chalk up 2 there. And now a 5-point San Antonio lead.
Tatum takes some contact but pushes through to get his shot. That's good aggressiveness there.
Pass to Williams. On the wing, Davis. And Davis gets double teamed. Morris outside. Jackson the screen. Oh, and a slam dunk by Morris.
And you have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
Timeout called, the Spurs.
Adjustments are a part of every game and every quarter of a game. I think Coach sees something here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Right around 3 minutes into this second half. A good look from Johnson. And that one hits the back iron.
With that much room around him, it's hard to imagine he could have gotten a better shot.
Morris passes to Jackson. Morris on the wing. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Jackson. Launches a 3. Finney-Smith pulls it in.
Defense dodged a bullet that time. Total breakdown.
To the inside. Bembry. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns. There's no stopping that. AD is too long and strong to bother that alley-oop.
Here's Bembry, guarded by Morris, and the foul on Anthony Davis. That's his third foul so far. Kispert's checked in for the Bucks. Beasley comes in for Morris. And the Spurs with possession here. 3-point lead. Here's Brown. That shot, no good. Some solid D from Beasley. 1:51 left in the third. This for the tie. Doesn't go for him. San Antonio goes the other way with it. Pass to Brown. Shoots over Bouknight. Brown can't hit. Milwaukee has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Here's Bouknight. Jackson the screen. Here's Kispert. Off the left rim and out. The Spurs have gone 4 of 9 in the third quarter. Brown inside. He's guarded by Beasley. A nice shot by Brown. And the Spurs lead by 5.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Bouknight can't get it to go. The Spurs have gotten 5 of 10 shots to go. Inside. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in. And now it's a 7-point Spurs lead.
Just what they wanted from that possession. A quality look in tight.
Pass to Kispert. Lets the three fly. Baldwin with a rebound. On offense, here is San Antonio. They're on a 12-4 run. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Finney-Smith. Oh, it's blocked by Jackson.
The attention to detail on defense. Jackson reads shooters well and knows when to go for blocks.
The shot's good.
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
Pass to Bembry. Outside, Brown. Shoots over Beasley. No good on the buzzer beater. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Spurs out in front. They're up by 5. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And from the 2-guard spot, an unselfish play like this sets a fantastic tone.
That's right. I mean, that's not his primary duty, but when the situation calls for it, he can do it and does it well.
3 tense quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the 4th. They've got Jabari Parker. He's out there with Jakob Poeltl. Corey Joseph out there with Jason Tatum. That's who's in the game for the Spurs. And the foul on Anthony Davis. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
That's number 4 on him. He's still got a little wiggle room, but if he picks up a 5th, that could be a problem.
It's Poeltl high post. Shoots over Davis. And Davis with the block. 4 on the clock. Down low.
Whatever opening he saw vanished quickly. Got to be more careful with those entry passes.
Throw it down on the lob.
And when they need it most, they show us some clutch play on both ends of the floor.
To the middle. Here's Hammonds. That one doesn't drop. Now the Bucks take it the other way. It's off to Utah after this one, where they'll face the Jazz. That'll be the back end of a 3-game road trip. Fultz passes to Davis. And Davis slams it home.
Things really rolling for AD now. This could be a big night for him.
Here's Hammonds. Over Ivy. Davis with a rebound. Davis has got his 5th rebound in this one. Outside Fultz. Davis down low. He's working on Poeltl. And Davis slams it home.
You know, it's not only his size and strength and athleticism, but Davis's timing is so special. That's why he boards it so well.
Timeout called, the Spurs. let's get a report from Allie.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear the Spurs coach going over their plan during the break. He told them, this is the passion I want us to play with every night. Now, my question is, how are we going to finish? Are we going to be passive, or are we going to take what's ours? Guys, back to you.
Okay, thanks, Allie.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
It's both from the stripe. The Bucks have gotten 4 of 5 attempts to fall so far in the fourth. Moving along, 2 minutes gone in the fourth. The putback. Goes back up, and he lays it up and in. Davis has got 10 points here in the second half.
This run has been fueled by their Matador defense.
And Ivy pulls it down. Milwaukee in the lead. A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Got it.
And why go away from attacking inside if the D has no answer for you?
The Spurs have got none of their shots to go in this final quarter. 0 for 4. Here's Tatum, and it's blocked. Davis.
No, sir, don't bring that in here. AD having none of that. What an imposing figure he is defensively.
Pass to Jackson from deep three-point range. That one falls. Nice assist by Fultz. Fultz has got his 5th assist in this one. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Bucks.
Their defense has been on point all game long. They're out hustling the shooters and swatting down plenty of shots.
And I love the fact they kept the pressure on, really pushing that ball, running it up the floor. I love seeing that, a team staying aggressive even when they're playing well.
It's great to see a fantastic block on replay once again.
Superb anticipation on that rejection, and that'll allow them to stay on the lead if they keep defending like that.
First personal foul. Third team foul.
First free throw is good.
At the line for the Spurs, Frank Ntilikina. At the line.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2.
Staring at this deficit, they're trying to be more aggressive and get themselves to the line.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
Pass to Warren. Rebounded by the Bucks. Jackson's got 4 rebounds now. Oh, there's the alley. Alley-oop up top, hammer it home.
You know, with each season in the league, AD's become more of a facilitator. Actually, he's much more aware of how to make plays for his teammates.
Here's Tatum. Milwaukee with the rebound. Davis has got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done.
2 minutes.
1:56 left in the fourth quarter. To the paint. Here's Oubre. That one falls. Coming off Davis' feed.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. They're losing by 14. 1:49 left in the final quarter. So San Antonio going with almost an entire new group here. Here's Joseph. And there's 1:45 left in the fourth quarter. Fultz against Johnson. A shot to stop the run. And that's 2 points on the layup.
Good decision making. scopes the situation, puts the pass right on the mark.
Outside Fultz. Down low. Here's Jackson. That one no good. San Antonio goes the other way with it. Right side, Finney-Smith. On the wing, Finney-Smith. Back to Johnson. Outside, Finney-Smith. Tries again. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow.
Not only racking up points, but also limiting their opponent's scoring. Really impressive win here for the Bucks.
And it was dueling three-pointers all night. A battle they won.
Both teams had the same plan. Win the game on the perimeter. So fun to watch.
And they played well tonight, picking up win number 24 of the year.
And they meet just twice, so taking the first meeting means a lot to this team.
When it is just a two-game season series, the team winning game one has that slight mental edge going into the second meeting, knowing they've already solved their opponent one time and only have to do it one more time.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Anthony Davis.
Well, he was swatting shots all game long, really owned the defensive end and got a ton of blocks and really protected that rim.
Fultz with it to the left side wing. Jackson outside. And so it's Milwaukee with the W. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.
Those are so hard to come by. It's never easy to take a game in someone else's building.
Well, now we have some time to check in with. All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that'll do it, folks, for Allie LaFleur.
Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, and with the addition, Greg, of the play-in tournament, we're seeing more meaningful games here late in the season.
Yeah, we're seeing teams battle for positioning more than ever. You have multiple teams trying to secure that 6th seed to avoid the play-in.
And the starting group for the Spurs. Ntilikina out there with Hammond. Then it's Tatum. Then there's Warren. And it's Poeltl in at the center position. So it's Ntilikina who brings up the ball for San Antonio. Nice D from Russell. Last outing for San Antonio, it was a loss to Milwaukee. Barnes finds Russell. Tatum against Jones. Shot clock at 5. The Pacers getting another chance here. On the wing, Jones. Passes it to Robinson Earl. The 3 from Barnes. The three-pointer is right on target.
And the first of many to come. Explosive offensive talent on both sides.
And if everything goes to plan, this could be a very fun matchup to watch.
Here's Hammonds. He's covered by Maxey. Indiana's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Jones, no one around him. Basket is good. The assist from Barnes.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And so just over a minute and a half played. Tatum on the wing. Oh, good on the triple. Pacers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Barnes can't get it to go. The Spurs have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. And Scotty Barnes, the Rookie of the Year in 2022 in the NBA.
And you could argue he was maybe the biggest surprise of the 21 draft. Made a huge impact on the floor immediately. If you did a redraft of that class, he'd be closer to the top.
The Spurs shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe. No good on the free throw. Good on the second free throw. Indiana's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Barnes passes to Russell. Tatum against Jones. Tatum down low. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
This is how confident Tatum is. Knows he can score inside whenever he wants.
Outside, Maxey. Barnes sets a screen for Maxey. To the inside. Oh, and the dunk by Barnes.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
He clangs that one off the back iron and down it falls. Barnes has got 7 points in the game. Barnes against Warren. And Jones pulls it down.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
And the rejection by Tatum. Here's Warren. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
How about that move? Is this guy special or what? Just love watching him operate inside.
So timeout called here, the first for Indiana. Richard, haven't we seen a lot of growth in Jason Tatum's game? He gives credit to the late Kobe Bryant for that.
Yeah, he was fortunate enough to train with Kobe Bryant, and sometimes he reminds you of a young Kobe. He clearly absorbed a ton of information from him.
So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Patterson is checked in for Jeremiah Robinson-Earl. Caleb Martin comes in for Scotty Barnes. Dort, he's checked in for Jones. And it's DeAnthony Melton in for D'Angelo Russell. Pass to Patterson. And here's Maxey. Here he goes. And slam dunk by Maxey.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole. Look like he just rushed it there. Just maybe take a little bit more time in the future.
Over in the corner, Dort. Back to Maxey. On the wing, Melton. He's covered by Joseph. Melton, no good.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession. And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Maxey kicks to Martin. Pass to Maxey. Shoots the three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Maxey's got 5.
And they are shooting the lights out from distance here early.
Outside, Joseph. Here's Carson. He's covered by Maxey. Carson, no good. Pacers leading by 8. Maxey passes to Melton. Dort is screen on Joseph. Melton kicks to Dort. And the Pacers another 3.
Yeah, great outside shooting. Really fueling this run.
Spurs trail by 11. Here's Carson. And it's Melton with the rebound.
Not his best efficiency this quarter. Look, sometimes that's how it goes.
Maxey passes to Patterson. Nobody near Melton. Off target with his three. Joseph against Melton. Carson gets the bucket.
No settling for an... Outside shot there. They went right to the loop.
And so it's Indiana in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting.
This is your Pacers Youth Dance Team. Time for your Indiana.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for Indiana. So it's Ntilikina who brings up the ball for San Antonio. 9-point game. On the court right now for the Spurs. We've got Ntilikina. Johnson is out there with Parker. Then it's Hammond. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. Indiana's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. And it's Patterson finishing it off.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can thread him with the lead pass. Well done.
Ntilikina kicks to Johnson. Here's Ntilikina. He's guarded by Russell. Ntilikina can't hit.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
Outside for Martin. Lets it go from deep. And they get it back. Russell high post. Here's Dort. Offline with his 3. Spurs trail by 11. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Hammond shot is off.
And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the play and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
Dort finds Russell. Driving to the basket. Doesn't go that time. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. Here's Hammonds. Defended by Dort. Dort grabs the miss. Pacers leading by 11. Outside, Russell. Fires the 3. And the Pacers can't get it to go. For San Antonio, they've gone 0-4 in the second quarter. Obviously, that needs to change. To the middle. Ntilikina kicks to Finney-Smith. Kicks it out to Johnson. Just 5 on the clock. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Johnson's got it back down to within single digits for the Spurs. Barnes looking around. I've heard it said, Greg, a coach can't give you confidence, but they can take it away. What's the meaning behind that?
Well, players at this level are naturally confident, but when coaches are always critical, it can take you out of your game. Makes you just start to think a little too much on the floor.
Indiana shooting their first free throw tonight.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. Jeremiah Robinson-Earl comes in for Barnes, and Jones subbed in for Caleb Martin. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Greg, you read about Jimmy Butler starting his own coffee company, and he did that in the NBA bubble, and he drinks, he said, about 5 cups of coffee a day. Do a lot of NBA players drink coffee to keep them going and get that extra burst?
Absolutely. I remember drinking coffee on the bench late in my career. It's kind of a comfort food, warms you up a little bit, and all good things that can get you ready for action, I'm for. And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. Round with it. He's picked up by Russell. And there's the pass to Bembry. Now, here's Warren. He's tightly guarded. The Spurs shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
DeAnthony Melton. He's checked in for Russell. Spurs also with the sub. Corey Joseph's checked in for Bembry. Melton against Joseph. And his 3rd shot of the night, no good, 0 for 3. Passes it to Tatum. Left side, Joseph. It's rebounded by Indiana. Here's Robinson-Earl. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Trying to find Jones. He gets it to him.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And he's putting together a solid year at the free throw line, 79% overall.
Baldwin, he's checked in for Pirtle. He doesn't get the second one.
Normally he sinks all of his free throws. The defense got lucky there.
And Warren, here we go. And it's Warren with the jam.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But, Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. Maxey passes to Robinson-Earl. Dishes to Jones. Some nice passing here by Indiana. And it's Patterson finishing it off.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
Right side, Warren. It's rebounded by Robinson-Earl. Indiana leading by 11. Maxey attacking Patterson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
The Pacers shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. That free throw good from Patterson.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
San Antonio making a switch here. Carson's checked in. Here's Tatum. Happy to see that one go in for his second make in 5 attempts.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
Jones sets the pick for Maxey. Has to Melton. And it's blocked. Now here's Joseph. Guarded closer. And the shot by Warren, no good.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Jones dishes to Patterson. Maxey with it. He has 5. Melton trying to break free. Patterson can't get it to go. Here's Carson. Over Maxey. Carson, no good. Oh, he got it to go.
Now that's how you end the quarter.
Oh, incredible buzzer beater there, guys. This crowd is going wild.
So we've reached the end of the first half of play. It's the Pacers leading.
Shaq, you've been on both ends of a... And circling back to this first half, fellas, a decent... And that's a halftime...
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. So it's Ntilikina who brings up the ball for San Antonio. They trail by 14. They've got Jones. Maxey out there with D'Angelo Russell. Then it's Barnes. And it's Robinson Earl in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the group out there for Indiana.
Using outstanding floor awareness there. Russell's ability to pick apart the defense and find the open man.
Outside Maxey. Here's Russell. That one, no good. So the Spurs will take it the other way. Hammonds kicks to Ntilikina. Over Russell. Ntilikina gets the bucket.
Fleshing out his offensive game over time. Ntilikina wants to keep improving in the paint.
About 1 minute played here in the second half. Here's Russell. Richard, you were part of a Cavs team that came back from 3 games to 1 down in the NBA Finals. To win the title. Remarkable. Just how hard was that to do?
Well, let me say this. I think it was the greatest championship ever. And I'm not being biased. Those are the facts. They were the defending champion. They had the 2-time MVP. They won 73 wins that year. So for me, that was the most special comeback because we played in the greatest championship of all time.
I'm assuming there was no doubt in your mind at all you would come back, correct?
That's a lie. There was tons of doubt in my mind, but I will say this. When you have a group of guys that stay together when you're down 3-1, it's because you believe in each other and we believed in ourselves.
Jones looking for an opening. Can't hit that one. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. And he gets it to go.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Al Russell, looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Down low, here's Robinson Earl, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Clearly a foul.
It's his first trip to the line.
76% on the season from the foul line.
The first one falls. And some changes here for the Pacers. Martin's checked in for Herbert Jones. And it's Dort in for Maxey. Johnson's checked in for the Spurs. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Jason Tatum. Here's Pirtle. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Embry's checked in for the Spurs. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And Pirtle is a massive guy, someone that uses his height exceptionally well to get high-quality looks at the bucket. And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
Here's Bembry. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
Poked away. Johnson against Barnes. And stolen by Russell. Barnes passes to Russell. Here's Robinson Earl. Shot clock at 6. And it's Martin penetrating. Pacers have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight. First one falls for D'Anthony Melton. He's checked in for Indiana. Warren's checked in for San Antonio. Carson comes in for Hammonds. And both free throws good for Martin. Spurs trail by 16. Pass to Finney-Smith. Here's Johnson. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Johnson's got his second basket.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
Johnson against Barnes. Another shot, and it's good on the way up. Barnes has got 11.
You want to know why they're winning? It's because of his play offensively.
Johnson kicks to Finney-Smith. He dishes it to Warren. Over Martin. And with that shot, the Indiana lead has got down to 14 points now in the basket from Warren.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
There's the pass to Barnes. Outside for Martin. Here's the 3. Carson grabs the board.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Here's Warren. Banked in off the glass. 10 points for him.
Oh, They own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Outside, Russell. It's hauled in by Warren. Warren's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Johnson. Off with the layup. Pacers leading by 12. Russell passes to Martin. He feeds it to Barnes. Count the basket. Barnes has got 6 here in this quarter. And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
Here's your Indiana State foul. Give it up for him.
The Pacers making a change here. Maxey's checked in, so San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Baldwin, he's checked in for Alize Johnson. Parker comes in for Warren. Jason Tatum, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Bembry. And DeAnthony Melton picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Jones checked in for Scotty Barnes.
Herbert Jones.
51 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. 6 on the shot clock. San Antonio needs to get off a shot here. From 17 feet out. Offensive rebound, Spurs. Here's Baldwin. San Antonio again missing. And here's Melton. He'll bring it up for the Pacers. Outside, Maxey. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet. Maxey's got 10 points in the game.
And nice job taking what the defenders gave him. But these guys need a gut check right now.
Yeah, you'd love to see a little bit more fire on defense. Shoot any fire on defense. They can't just be giving the game away.
Outside Maxey. Fires for 3. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's the Indiana Pacers with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter.
Please give a big round of applause.
And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
There wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a sixth sense.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the court right now for the Spurs, they've got Warren. Ntilikina out there with Hammond. Then there's Jakob Poeltl, and it's Tatum in at the small forward position.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Spurs trail by 17. Tatum dishes to Warren. Poeltl trying to get open. And Warren with the basket on the assist by Tatum.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Up top, Dort. Outside, Maxey. Pulls it from 20. That one a little long.
Defense kind of rolled the dice there, and I'm a little surprised that it ended up going their way with the miss.
It's stolen by Jones. Left side, Maxey. Dort misses. The Spurs shooting here about 46% for the game. Makes it off the glass.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Maxey passes to Robinson Earl. Passes it to Dort. And that comes off the assist by Jones. And the Pacers lead by 15.
Some physicality there from Lou. Pushing past the contact and into the shot.
They get it back. Poeltl. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2.
He knows his job on the glass, and he does it well. Cleaning it up and sending it right back.
Dort passes to Maxey. Got a piece of it. To the paint. Feeds to Poeltl. Over Maxey. And with that shot, the Indiana lead is cut to just 11 points in the basket from Poeltl.
Can't leave anyone uncovered around Ntilikina. He is so adept at exploiting situations like that.
And the Pacers call time here. And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Tyrese Maxey.
And he's just been crushing it from the field tonight, Kevin. Whether it's been on open looks or with the guy draped all over him, he just hadn't missed much. With his percentage in the sky-high range, they've had no choice but to make him their #1 option on every trip.
And this is exactly what a star player is supposed to do. Coming off a loss, he made sure they weren't going to make it 2 in a row. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I heard Rick Carlisle during that last break talking with the team. He said, keep grinding. We're in good shape. Things aren't always going to go perfectly. Don't let that slow you down. Let's just stick to what got us here. Kevin, we'll see if they can build on this lead.
Thanks, David. Hammonds passes to Joseph. Here's Baldwin. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Russell kicks to Maxey. Pass to Jones. Back to Maxey. Barnes outside. Right side Jones. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it. Here's San Antonio. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Joseph the pass to Tatum. Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. That's in, and the Pacer lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from Baldwin. Jones finds Russell. Lays it up off the glass. And the Pacers lead by 9.
With a gentle touch inside. Russell really improving as a finisher.
Pass to Baldwin. Tries again. Off on the layup. Pacers leading by 9. On the wing, Jones, who's guarded by Johnson. Barnes passes to Robinson Earl. Here's Russell with the 3. Unable to get that one. And the Spurs going the other way now. Here's Tatum, and slam dunk by Tatum.
Just a merciless, I don't even know what that word means, dunk by Tatum. Reminding the defense that, yo, you cannot stop him.
Here's Russell. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for Indiana.
2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that stretches their lead to 8. And the Spurs with some changes. Poeltl, he's checked in for Baldwin. Warren comes in for Johnson. And it's Ntilikina in for Corey Joseph. So it's Ntilikina who brings up the ball for the San Antonio Spurs. And the layup's good off the glass.
Brushing off the contact look. The dude is strong. When he gets in there, it's easy. That's an easy bucket.
Up top, Russell. Outside, Jones. Maxey looking it over. It's good from long range. Maxey's got 6 here in this quarter.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
And that's not nearly the kind of defense that's going to prevent a player of his ability from scoring.
It's the first that stretches their lead to 8. And so both free throws are good. And it's a 9-point ball game. Spurs shooting inefficient, 53% from the field. Here's Tatum. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
You love how Tatum commits to his shots. A foul won't stop him from getting an and one.
He drops the first one, and that brings them within 8. And so Tatum nails them both. There's 48 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Barnes dishes to Jones. Out to the right wing. Here's Maxey. No good with the triple.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yeah, they fought as hard as they could. Just wasn't in the cards tonight.
And so it's Indiana with it. On the wing, Jones. And the Pacers can't get it to go. Pirtle kicks to Hammond. Inside. And the shot by Warren, no good. And here is Barnes. And so the Pacers take the win. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man, they were electric.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. So long.
This ain't that what you looking at, and we didn't know that of the roster. You can tell it's a rich posture. Y'all gon' wanna spit in it proper. Next school I was